Welcome, mortals, to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your gods of war, Jonathan Arneson, along with Mario and Daniel Gutierrez.
Greetings, mortals, for the War Council convenes. I am Jonathan, God of War, joined by the Tricksters of Triumph, the Brothers Grimm themselves, Daniel and Mario. Gents, we only have one winner amongst us again. Look at that. Congratulations, Mario.
Congratulations.
Apparently
I
there's
don't know how it keeps happening.
I have no idea how it keeps happening, but we're only going to have one of us a week, apparently, so. Oh,
Brutal.
my, what a week.
Long,
All
as
right,
long as
so,
it keeps being me.
yay.
Hasn't been me yet. This has been brutal.
I was so afraid. I saw myself at projection of 120, and I'm like, I'm gonna be this week's Spanish one again, and somehow pulled out 190. So almost came back. That would have been a comeback. That would have been a nice comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, well, hey, let's jump in. We have the week 3 battles, those winners and losers, and then but first the news.
All right. Talking about a couple not comebacks here. James Conner will be out for the season with an ankle injury. People are saying it's a lot like the Chris Godwin ankle injury last year, so that is severe.
Yeah, there was a lot this weekend. I feel like I need to pull out the sad music, and I didn't do it. Yep, here we go. Sad music
Yeah.
coming out. It was a weekend for it, so.
Sure was.
Well,
Also, on the injured list, as most of these news blurbs will be, Tyrone Tracy will miss 2 to 4 weeks with a dislocated shoulder.
this one had me really bummed. He started out pretty fire this season.
Oh, I've loved Tyrone Tracy since he came in, but right after they drafted Scadaboo, I was like,
Your
oh,
love
this
shifted.
is gonna be over.
Yeah, love is the wrong
as-
word.
As
you
much
took it to the
as much
curb.
as I love Tracy, they've already shown what they want. Same with Jackson Dart. They already shown what they want.
Yeah.
They have no poker face.
No, do you apparently, because you showed your love right away. Yeah,
Tracy tried
okay.
to throw a Scadaboo block and dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah. Scadaboo was throwing himself out for some really good blocks, showing he has been practicing his pass protection. So he looked pretty good. And the video they put out for practice this morning made me really laugh if you didn't see it. So it's funny to go out and see. He came out wearing his helmet
Jackson
with the
Dart's
Guardian helmet,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Jackson Dart's helmet right on top.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. So
He's the personality that team needs to pull
absolutely,
everything together.
he'll be the glue that'll help pull them together and to give them that kickstart, right?
Yep.
Something that New York needs. So, all right, heartbreaker. Mike Evans will miss 2 to 4 weeks with his annual hamstring injury of the year. What 7th season straight of hamstring injuries, even though it's season 11 or 12 of 1,000-yard seasons. So
I got a theory for this one.
Season 12.
yeah,
Mike Evans will get his gold jacket, and there will be no fucking asterisk next to his name because he played less games than Jerry Rice in each of the seasons he did over 1,000 yards.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
You know,
It's pretty good.
less games started.
Yep.
Dude, that's
Absolutely.
what he's done is incredible.
Yeah, yes, it has. And to look at some of the quarterbacks that he's done it with is even more incredible. So,
You got that right.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Nick Bosa tore his ACL and will miss the rest of the season.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, Mario. I think that's your guy, right?
I tend to lean on him on defense, and this time he needs someone else to lean on. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
a little bit.
considered straight up dropping him in our dynasty because I was like, well, he's gonna come back and he'll be a year older. The Bosa brothers both have these soft tissue things that happen with them. Now that they're hitting an older age, I might just, I don't know.
Move
I'll hold
on.
on to him.
find your next studs to look at. Yeah.
That's right. I may have to put him out to pasture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just like the Texans did to C.J.
Like
Gardner
segue. What
Johnson.
an amazing segue. I love it.
He got cut. No
Yeah, he
explanation. Just we don't need you in our locker room
He got
anymore.
his ass put
Goodbye.
on the ground by Baker during the game that we played. I remember that. And then Baker just stood
I-
up to him like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" Yeah, it was good. I love Baker. All right, 450-pound. Where's the drop? Where's the drop?
Woo!
Oh my goodness, where's Chunky?
Chunky.
Desmond Watson is being signed to the Buccaneers practice squad. Oh, big boy. Looks like he's making his weight, and they're starting to get happy where he's at. Bring him back. Put him on the practice squad. I like it.
Dude's strong, man.
Nobody else would sign him, so he was all pissed he got cut, but nobody else took him.
Hey,
So-
you know what? The fact that he kept at it and stayed doing his thing instead of just quitting. Good for him.
The man wants to play
Yep.
ball.
Yeah, I like it. I
And
like
you
it.
know what? They're trying to extend his career. Like, I know it probably seems pretty shitty from his perspective at this point in time, but they're doing right by him by
Mhm.
having him slim down.
Making,
I mean,
yeah, it's healthier for
look
him
what
to
it did
play
for
at that
Jordan
lower
Davis
weight.
this year. Holy cow!
Absolutely.
Right? He's finally the player that everybody thought that he was going to be. He's a
Mhm.
monster.
Yep.
So and he lost like 35, 40 pounds, something like that, over the offseason. Jordan Davis did.
I'm
Yeah.
good with it. I like what they're
And-
doing with Desmond Watson.
And no one wants another DeMar ham and eggs on the field going down with a heart issue.
No,
So,
no, not at all. Gosh, Mario with the just jabs today is just
I know. You're talking about a skinny
Jabs,
DB too, man. Damn.
no.
hey,
all right.
too little, too heavy. Hey, there's a fine line there where grown-ups get to play in the NFL, and dude, I'd get killed. So it is what it is.
Absolutely. I get thrown like a rag doll. Yeah.
So, I heard something today that I was not privy to the information of, and it to me explains all of the reasons why Brian Thomas Jr. is having such a bad season this season. Mario, who do you think is the least talented offensive coach, coordinator, such, that's been kind of plaguing the NFL over the last 5 years?
I said this as soon as they hired him. I was like, the Bears could not get rid of him fast enough, and Shane Waldron found a job. How when you're trying to start off on the right foot, do you put that ugly shoe on?
He's the next Nagy. I mean, he's a budget magician, dude. That's what he does.
He is the passing game coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep.
And he makes Brian
It's like,
Thomas
oh,
really bad.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Career
heard
years, Cooper Kupp, he left. The next year he was Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Then he was offensive coordinator in Seattle. He left, and Roma Dunze and
Jackson Smith and
Jigba broke out. Last year, he's the offensive coordinator with the Bears. He leaves, Roma Dunze breaks out this year. This last year, statistically, Brian Thomas Jr. was one of the best rookies we've ever seen as far as what his metrics are for separation.
How to be number 5 or 6
all of
on
those
the list.
things. And yet this year, he's suffering. Shane Waldron is the common denominator with all of those things.
Yeah.
I can.
I
I'd
don't
buy
care
that for $1.
how good a friend they are of mine. Him and Liam Cohen having history, I would not want to attach to that boat.
Absolutely not. No.
So for me, I'm like, oh, that explains a lot. I have a lot less hope for Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
this season, but he's
Yeah.
still one that you need to hold on to because hopefully Shane Waldron will get fired. And
That's the hope, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the hope. All right, let's let's
Get
jump
into
into these
battles.
battles. Let's remember.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Take us away.
All right. So, first battle. Welcome back, Warriors, to the Fantasy Coliseum. Our first clash is Plague of Anubis versus the Hail Marys. And oh boy, this one was a clash of titans. Final score 214.22 to 202.72. The Hail Marys strike from the heavens while Anubis crawls back to the underworld. Let's talk heroes. Caleb Williams, in his coming out party, was a god among men with 42.12 points, 4 touchdowns. He was like Zeus himself, chucking down lightning bolts. And Levante David used against John with 23 points, as well as Kansas City defense dropping 26.5 points. Yeah, that's not a defense. That was an invading army.
They did you dirty with David there.
They did.
Yes, Ray did you very dirty with David. Meanwhile, Plague of Anubis had his moments. Tremaine Edmonds, 41 points with 15 tackles and 2 interceptions on the day. Epic day. The man was an executioner. But then there was the Minnesota defense with 61.75 points left on the bench,
Yeah.
plus O'Marion Hampton, which basically every O'Marion Hampton owner did this weekend. Another
Yep.
30 points on the bench, just rotting on the sidelines. That's not bad luck, folks. That's got to be some sort of targeted karma. For what? We don't know. Or do we?
Apparently, I'm an evil motherfucker or something.
And don't get me started with Tyler Algier's pitiful 1.1 points.
Oh.
That's the kind of stat line that makes you sacrifice a goat to the temple of Zeus.
Absolutely.
So here we
Accepting
stand.
24/7.
The Hail Marys 3-0. The Plague of Anubis falls to 1-2, cursed by their own bench blunders.
Yep. All three mistakes were all three moves. I moved Minnesota down because of how they played last week. Not really thinking of the matchup, how Jake Browning was coming in and not gonna play well this week, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did really well 2 years ago.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, he just did not play well. I don't know. I thought it was more going to be he was going to play well, and with how Minnesota played last week, I didn't like it. So that's why I benched him. I went with Patriots, who played really well the week prior. Amar and Hampton didn't do well last week. I went with the 10-touch guy. Algier had 10 touches both week 1 and 2. 10 touches. That's like, you go with the guy that's getting the touches. That's always been my rule. Yeah. Plagued by
Rely
my
on
overthinking.
volume.
Plagued by my own overthinking. So,
Yep.
congratulations, Ray.
Trust me, I am the king of bench fuck ups this season. So I
I
feel that.
every mistake. I'm doubting myself, and it's just,
I mean, I know I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got though.
Well, no worries, John. We know you'll be coming back from this one. Let's move
Absolutely.
on to the next one. Here we go. In the next one, we have, this was a rough match. We were all rooting for Richard to turn his fortunes around from being manager MIA in week 1 and the second lowest score in week 2. This time, Arjuna's Warriors nearly hit their max possible score, leaving barely anything on the bench, and showed that they wouldn't be bested so easily. Jahmyr Gibbs, A.J. Brown, T.J. Hawkinson, Devontae Adams, Nick Bolton, and Terrell Bernard all exceeded expectations to help Arjuna's Warriors rally in this week's battle. However, it was not enough. Jose led Kuiper Belt Soldiers to a midday victory on Sunday. Opening game day in the middle of the day. and totally disrespectfully took the rest of the week off, secure in their victory. Jose dropped this week's highest point total before the 1 p.m. games were even finished. Jose stands alone atop Olympus as as our conqueror of the week for the highest score, achieving 235.34 points. Let's see. We will keep an eye on Richard's great improvement from week to week, as he just didn't know when to quit. We appreciate that kind of grit and salute you, Richard. Hopefully, we see you next week, improving again.
Feel your
Yep,
pain.
and he's got a rough week coming up this next one. We'll get to that in the pick'ems. So,
I know.
yeah. Okay. This week, the only member of the War Council to walk away with a win was Mario.
Crank it up, fuckers.
And what a victory it was. 228.42 to 191.91. A commanding 36.51 point breakdown. Mario's army marched behind the banner of Drake May, Cortland Sutton, Bill Krosky, Brock Bowers, and Chuba Hubbard, Ricky Pearsall, and Will Reichard. Every single one stepped up, delivering strong performances. On his defense, though, Max Crosby and Byron Young and Demario Davis stood tall as big days. Aiden Hutchinson was not his best, and the loss of Nick Bosa to a torn ACL is a serious blow moving forward. Now, Jess's side, she had Will Anderson firing on all cylinders. Buda Baker had a good game. Derwin James was a stud. Alex Singleton and then Jack Campbell put up like 33 points, putting together a monster defensive outing. But her offense, let's be honest, it sputtered. Sure, she had the great and powerful Christian McCaffrey doing what he always does. But Patrick Mahomes, Malik Neighbors, where was that guy? Jake Tungs, DJ Moore, I think, had like 10 points, but it was still like well under his projection. And then Hollywood Brown all came up short when it mattered the most. That leaves Mario at 2-1 on the season, holding the fourth place position. Mario, the War Council applauds you, and the gods are pleased.
As am I.
Yeah, it's a good
You
victory
should be.
there.
Do you have a cigarette after this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The girls scare the shit out of me. So anytime I go against Jess or Chas, I'm always a little frightened and gotta pull my A game.
Absolutely.
Certainly was. All right. And the next clash, Saving Ravens Privates versus Chase Brown Neighbors, was a battle that could have gone either way. The final score, 205.92 to 196.87, for a margin so tight the gods themselves looked down to watch. For Saving Ryan's Privates, the warlord Josh Allen once again led the charge with 28.82 points, hurdling touchdowns like javelins in the heat of battle. Jake Ferguson stepped into his own legend with 13 catches for a tight end, 82 yards for 28.7 points. And then there was the Tampa Bay defense, who used to be on my team, with 34.9 points. It was like releasing war elephants into the arena. The Privates are now 3-0, still undefeated, still strutting across the blood-soaked sand of the battlefield. Now let's talk the Fallen Warriors, because this was no ordinary defeat. Chase Brown Neighbors fought with everything they had. Amon-Ra St. Brown put up 19.2 points. Trey McBride chipped in with 18.3. And Brian Burns brought the pain on defense with 27 points. Even the Lions defense stacked 22 points onto that. This wasn't a collapse. This was a shield wall that just cracked. And so, by decree of the gods, Chase Brown Neighbors earns this week's honor of the Spartan Shield, the award for the closest loss in the league. A recognition that though they fell with valor, standing shoulder to shoulder until the final whistle. Saving Private Ryan's privates march undefeated. Chase Brown neighbors lick their wounds, but will walk tall, shield raised high, knowing their time will come again.
I'm gonna have to make a cut of like every time you stumble over his word. I
Dude,
still
I
struggle with
just
it too. I think he did
cannot.
it on purpose. I think he did it on
Yeah.
purpose. What a
Yeah.
matchup, right? Allen played well, and I gotta point out, Allen to Dalton Kincaid. Boy, I wish I played that in our guillotine league. I wouldn't have been
Dude, no
chopped. I
kidding.
wouldn't have been chopped.
Yep.
But it's those pesky Thursday games. I really hate them. They bug
Yeah.
me.
Well, every time I don't listen to that, I feel the scorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep thinking it's going to be different, but no, those Thursday games hurt.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Yeah, they do.
All right. Speaking of more hurt, this week, Ali came out victorious over Vince in this flirty little spat over who would be this week's bottom. The shame falls on Vince's shoulders as Hercules' limp sock failed to get their score up. Only Bobby Wagner and James Cook were able to meet their expectations. Ali's team wasn't much better. However, the lowest is Vince. He's kicked to the pit for shame and misfortune. He is this week's banished one, and off to Hades he slides. But keep your eye on Ali. I'm pretty sure his banishment isn't far off.
It's the grossest thing when he wins a game, isn't it? Just, man. Yeah, I can't take it. I don't know about you guys. That one bugs me. Okay, all right. This week, I'm an Aztec warrior. Took on the victorious Valkyries and walked away a little less a warrior. Final score 232.22 to 206.14, a 26.08 victory. The Valkyries rode into battle behind Lamar Jackson, the unstoppable Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Johnson, and David Montgomery. That offensive core, unrelenting. On
Monty.
defense. Yeah, dude, I love Monty. I got to get his new jersey. On defense, their 3 of 5 stood tall. Kyle Hamilton, Zach Bond, and Quay Walker. Enough to carry the day and secure the win. Meanwhile, for I'm an Aztec warrior, Jalen Hurts came out firing on all cylinders. I tried to go like super high. I cannot do a high-pitched voice. But when your second highest score is kicker Cameron Dicker at 14 points, yeah, that says everything you need to know. Ashton Genty still running into the moving walls. DK Metcalf caught touchdown 510 from Old Man Rogers. That's it. And let's be clear, this podcast does not cheer for Rogers touchdowns whatsoever. So the Valkyries move on to 2-1, sitting strong in third place. Congrats to it on a solid win over I'm an Aztec warrior.
There you go.
Much better. Good job
Why?
there.
I tried to go higher as the joke. I even typed it in try and go higher if possible. And I'm like, I can't go higher. I don't know what to do. I don't know. How do you make fun of him even more? I don't know. He's a Raider fan.
I
Just
can't
read his
say
scores.
shit. His record's better than mine. I can't say anything.
I mean, you could, but
Yeah, I could. This is not right though. Speaking of not right, damn, y'all making me read my own massacre. Cold. McCaffrey's brigade. Yeah, unleashed fury against my helpless Apache guerrillas. Final score 233.49 to 193.92. It was a one-sided slaughter. Let's be honest, McCaffrey's brigade looked like they were possessed. Mark Andrews pretty much outscored half of his last season and what was happening with this season with 31 points, 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
on the day. Coming out party saying, I am still here. A Titan in tight end form. Jordan Mason, 29.3 points, pounding the earth with every run, churning through the ranks. Robert Spillane with 38.85 points. That's not IDP scoring. That's a general personally storming the gates. The brigade didn't just win, they marched across my Apache homeland and burned it to ash. Historically accurate. Now, my Apache guerrillas, what can I say? We fought hard. Kenneth Walker gave us 22.2 points. Jackson Smith and Jigba chipped in with 19.6. And even Caden Ellis threw the flag with 22 points on defense. But it wasn't enough. Not even close. Our defense, the Atlanta Falcons, who were supposed to have a great week against Carolina, 9.4 points. They were shut out, 30-0. Watching my team play like sending water boys into battle with wooden spoons. The shame runs deep. We watched helplessly as McCaffrey's brigade piled on kill after kill. Well, we could only whisper, mercy. And so, with the gods as witness, the award for Massacre of the Week goes to McCaffrey's brigade, Allen, carving their name into the scrolls of carnage with a 39.55 point blowout of yours personally. My gorillas, we hang our heads low at 3-0 or 0-3, battered, bruised, carrying the shame of the vanquished, but not even in defeat. My warriors will rise. We'll sharpen our blades, patch our wounds, and pray to the fantasy gods that we do not have a matchup against the top scoring 1 or 2 teams in the league in week 5 for the first time in the year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Your
Your
been
points
beaten
against
down like
ridiculous.
Harambe. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. My points against is 20 points more than anybody else in the league, and then it's another 20 points after that.
That's funny.
The Atlanta Falcons, man.
What a
They
ridiculous game.
screwed me over in the
I
pick'ems.
just screwed a lot of people over. Yeah,
Oh,
I took.
man.
Yeah, I saw that you took them as your as your rampage pick. That's solid. That's
I was
alright.
like,
think
I thought
lost
it was safe.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday, dude, nothing's safe.
I swapped mine from Buffalo again. The whole Thursday thing to Pittsburgh, who got their ass kicked by Cleveland. So
Yeah,
feel ya.
that was the other one.
Feel ya. Yeah,
Tampa.
feel ya. I wanted
the
I
Bears.
cannot.
Green Bay. Cleveland beat Green Bay this weekend.
You know that every year we've done
Yeah.
this league, when I pick our team, I lose. I can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Like, it's in my head now. Don't pick our team. Don't pick your team.
I
You'll
was like,
lose.
Tyrod Taylor and backup. Oh man, I was sweating with that minute 38 left after that touchdown they scored from blocking a field goal.
Right away. Oh my goodness. Oh my. And you know what? The funny thing is, there was 3 block field goals in the afternoon games like that.
Yep.
They all happened within minutes of each other. Just crazy.
Yeah.
2 in the Eagles game. Eagles,
Yeah.
Rams.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's talk about some big scores this week. In Loki's Lucky Finds, we had some managers pick up some gold from the waiver wire. Daniel, as luck would have it, yours was sitting on the bench in the form of Matthew Stafford.
And
One
no,
of
we
the
didn't talk
leading-
about that Sunday morning.
one of the leading scoring quarterbacks that would have helped you a little bit. But I think you played the safe play with Carson Wentz, and dude, who would have known? Matthew Stafford, who can't use his legs, would outscore him. So hey, it is what it is, right? And then so these Loki's lucky finds go to my fellow commissioners and Gods of War and the War Council. Jonathan got the defensive player of the week in Mac Wilson, who I've really been enjoying as I have him in the Dynasty League as well. And dude's been crushing it, and he did so again this week. Very good pickup, John. That one should serve you well through the season.
I hope so. I need a defensive stud right now because the guys I picked earlier are not doing their job. So,
Oof.
all right. Well, let's see. Last week I went 5-2 myself. Daniel went 4-3, and Mario pulling out the big guns was 6-1.
Woo!
Got
Wow.
Mario in the lead with 14-7. Mario, you're picking pretty good right now. We should start following. And me and Daniel are tied at 11-10. Let's see how we do this week, and let's pick them. Okay, I'm loving the first matchup. It's our second battle of commissioners. I'm taking you, Mario. You and me. You and me.
Yep. I don't know how I keep winning, so I'm just gonna. It just keeps happening, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick me.
I mean, solid. I mean, I thought about typing your name in as well, but I'm gonna go with my team. Our team played phenomenal this last week, and it would have been a little better if I just put the right people in. So I'm gonna have
Yeah.
hope that I can do that again. But
Not good! Stop! Not good! What are you doing?
it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. So
I chose Mario too.
yeah, it's smart. Like I said, I was gonna pick Mario too, but I have to have faith in my team. So.
Well, let's see. Hampton puts up another big week and stuff, so
I'm
Yeah,
ready for that. I now have a
He's
good
got
running
to.
back.
He's
and
got
I'm
no
ready.
other choice.
yeah,
Yeah.
They've
first
got
few
no other
weeks.
choice.
This is when we identify trends, and then we can only fine tune from there, right?
Exactly. All right. The Kuiper Belt Soldiers takes on Jess, Team R2B2. We need to open up that website, the fan draft, and see what she typed in
Yeah.
on that website,
Man, am I the only one that picked Jess?
I definitely went Jose since he got the highest score and he's been pretty much a top scorer most of these 3 weeks. So
Yep. I
it,
went with
it,
him as well, so.
yeah, the only time he wasn't a top scorer is when he faced me. So I I got that luck.
Let's see.
Nice. And the next battle would be, gosh, I keep on picking this. Saving Ryan's Privates, Uncle Rob, against Arjuna's Warriors, Uncle Rich. And we all pick Uncle Rob. Sorry, Uncle Rich.
Yeah, I think his losing streak continues. But hey, he's got to pull out one of these weeks.
She called herself
Pull
the
it out.
one.
The one?
The one.
Yeah, that's right. I knew that both Ray's and hers had to do with Jesus.
Yeah. And then Robbie called himself the toiletry god. So, yeah, fitting, very fitting.
Fitting.
Okay.
All right, next battle is Vince versus Robbie. Hercules' huge sock versus Chase Brown neighbors.
Let's all do the right thing and let's pick Vince. Oh, Mario, what are you doing?
I'm going for the toiletry god here.
Oh man. You're giving him a big head, man. That's just you can't do that.
As long as I'm not giving him big head.
You might be. Knowing him, you might be. So, yeah. Okay, me and Daniel, we went with Vince. Good
Yep.
picks. Good picks. Can't do it. Just can't do it. It's like Ali. Can't do it. The victorious Valkyries takes on the Hail Marys. Chas versus Raymond. 2-1 versus
This is
3-0.
tough.
This
I
is the
I gotta
hardest
review
one.
this again because I might actually go for Ray.
It
He's
looks like
been
we're all picking her just because we want him to lose. That's what it looks like, guys.
I like that call.
I think it's gonna be the match of the week. It looks to be epic.
It looks
It
so
really does.
close as as I stare at this matchup. This is an incredibly close matchup.
All right, I'll be different and I'll pick Ray.
I'm liking her matchups though. I like Baltimore versus Kansas City.
I think after losing, uh, Baltimore's going to come out angry. I think, and I think Kansas
Mhm.
City's been angry, and it hasn't helped them.
No,
But I
and
think-
they're just making mistakes. That's the problem.
Right.
There's lots of mistakes.
So
I think the league
I
is
say
watching
big
them
win.
a little closer this year. Is that what it feels like? Because that's what it looks like to me. Is I'm noticing more calls. I'm noticing more things on them that previously haven't been. You know,
Yeah, I think
Things-
they've taken notice that the Chiefs have become the villains. What the hell's coming out with the shirts on that said "Free Number 4"?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that dude deserves jail time, and all he got was a suspension.
Yeah.
No, dude,
Mhm.
you can't come out supporting someone who's no thanks, no thanks.
Yeah.
Different reality.
So
it
them
is.
them losing, people are still watching because they're watching them lose,
Mhm.
and the league's like, okay, we can do this.
I'm okay with watching them lose, though. I'm enjoying that. So, yeah, that game versus them and the Giants was nice to watch. It's like I'd like to see both these teams go 0-3. How does that happen, though? You know? Oh, Daniel. Apache Gorillas takes on the Verathranga's Vengeance. 0-3.
I didn't have the stomach to pick Ali.
I don't think
That's the
see,
only
again,
reason why you guys picked him is because it just tasted bad.
Again, I think we're in the situation of picking because we don't want that person to win. Ali, but I'd like to see him lose. So, Daniel, I've got to see you win.
I picked me for me.
I picked me.
Yeah,
I like that.
They got it. They got to do something. But with my luck,
You need a
this
win,
year,
right? Yeah.
Ali's gonna have an epic week, so we'll see how.
Oh,
you need this win, brother.
he's
I
got to be
do.
number
Come
one
on.
or two. Yeah, we'll predict he'll be number 1 or 2 score. So, okay. And then our final matchup is I'm an Aztec Warrior versus McCaffrey's Brigade.
And yes, we accept their sacrifice on the temple in Teotihuacan.
They definitely sacrificed and did some sacrifice in the temple, and then did something to the temple. So yeah, I'm gonna go with McCaffrey's Brigade as well.
Yep.
Yeah, the Aztec
Alan-
Warriors less of a warrior. So all right, well, thanks for marching with us. Tune in next week to see the Week 4 results, the Week 5 pick'em, some news, and more banter and shit talk. Right into the show for your questions. Let's do a question next week. ffwc23@gmail.com, or hit us up on any of our social medias, Twitter, Facebook, we're around. And as always,
Conquer.
ascend.
I'm send.
You're ascend. Dominate.
Yeah. We got it together, folks.
Hey, we
That's
are getting
right.
nothing together. Yeah.
Don't
that's all
fuck
right.
shit
Like
up.
you.
I'll write the podcast. Yeah, I'll write the ending in next week. Don't worry. Congratulations.
Fuck
Thanks.
shit up.
Fuck
And
shit.
keep paying
Yeah.
tribute to us.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
All right. Let's do that again.
In the realm of legends, hopes and dreams collide. A council gathers with power as their guide. Jonathan the strategist with wisdom's might. Mario and Daniel warriors ready to ignite. Thunder roars, lightning cracks the sky. Electric
Everything on fire is my team right now.
in this arena of fantasy and lore.
Your team's not the only one on fire.
Lead the charge once more.
I'm like, what the hell's going on in Dynasty? I thought I was a rebuild team.
I'm first place, bitches!